This video will demonstrate the proper way to refuel a CNG truck. Refueling a CNG truck is both clean and safe. First, we want to make sure when we park that our transmission is in neutral and our parking brakes are set. Prior to starting your refueling process, it is critical to look around and find where the emergency pump shutoff switch is. They're generally somewhere adjacent to the pumps, and in the case of an emergency, come here, hit the button, and that will cease the flow of the compressed natural gas. First thing, we're going to come and open the door where our fill receptacles can be found. And for this particular pump, we'll be using the smaller fill receptacle. Remove the dust cover. Take the nozzle from the pump. Yellow nozzle indicates that is a 3600 PSI nozzle. This nozzle will slide onto the fill receptacle, and then we're going to rotate the handle clockwise until you can physically feel that it is locked in and the pump starts to read the pressure that's already in the truck. Then we come over to the credit card terminal, slide your gain card, and follow the prompts on the terminal. So while at the credit card terminal, you'll be asked to select the hose. This particular one is hose number 1. You'll be prompted that your pump is ready, and you simply walk over to the pump and you activate the lever to get it to start. So during the fueling process, you'll notice that at times it sounds as though the truck is taking fuel, and at times it seems to be on a pause. That is normal. The pump will shut off at the appropriate time when the maximum amount of PSI is entered into the truck. Our pump is shut off, so we can come over to the pump and we can flip the switch to the stop position, and we can come over and rotate the connection device on the nozzle, and we can safely stow the nozzle back onto the pump. One thing we can do is our pump is showing a PSI of near 3,600 pounds to indicate that our tank is full, and we can verify that down here on this gauge as well, which acts somewhat as a secondary fuel gauge for our truck. So we're going to want to put our dust cover back on. Some other things to point out from a safety aspect is your CNG truck is going to be equipped with a manual shutoff, which is right here. You simply rotate that. Additionally, on our tanks, each one of the tanks back here has a valve that we can open or close. If there were to be a leak on a tank, we can safely isolate that tank out of our system if we were to need to in an emergency. And one last thing, in the very unlikely event that there was a fire with your truck, I know there may be a concern that this compressed natural gas would cause an explosion. It will not. Each tank is equipped with a pressure relief valve. So as the heat builds on the tanks, eventually the pressure relief valves are going to do their job, and they're going to let the gas emit from the tank. There will not be an explosion, but the safe area is anywhere other than the ends of the tanks, because when the pressure relief valve lets loose, if there's flame, there's going to be flame shooting out the ends of the tank on the side that the valve is on. So you don't have to worry about explosion. A typical refuel of a CNG truck is going to take you about 10 to 15 minutes. Once you connect the nozzle and the pump turns on, like I indicated earlier, the pump is going to sound like it's going at times, and at times it's monitoring the pressure. That is normal. So if you think it's taking too long, that's just a normal refueling process. And at times in the winter, you may not get a full, what you perceive as a full tank. The PSI level may be lower and when the pump shuts off. But when it shuts off, the truck is in fact full and you're ready to go.